Hello and welcome. Today, we're diving into something truly timeless. A formula, really, that for thousands of years has helped people grapple with life's biggest questions. We're talking about sorrow, suffering, and what it even means to be a self. Okay, let's get into it. Right off the bat, we're hit with this. It sounds stark, I know, but try not to see it as pessimistic. Think of it more like a doctor's diagnosis. It's just laying out the fundamental problem that, let's be honest, every single one of us deals with. This is the starting line for all of us.
So let's not shy away from it. Let's look this reality right in the eye. The first big step on this path isn't about running from suffering. It's about turning towards it and really understanding what it is. And the key word here is dukkha. Suffering doesn't quite capture it. It's more like a deep background hum of unsatisfactoriness. It's that feeling that things are just a little bit off, like a wheel that's not quite round. It's that nagging sense of discontent we all know so well. Okay, and this is a huge mindset shift. Dukkha isn't some kind of penalty you're paying. It's a signal. It's your own life, your own mind, trying to teach you something incredibly important. So the real question becomes, are you listening to the message? Right. So if dukkha, this feeling of suffering, is the symptom, then what's the actual disease? Because you can't find a cure until you know exactly what you're trying to treat. We have to find the root cause. And the diagnosis comes down to one single powerful word, tanha. It literally means thirst or craving. This is the engine that drives all that dukkha. It's that nonstop voice in our heads going, I want that. I need more. If only I had this, then I'd be happy. This really nails what tanha feels like day to day. It's that constant chase, right? Seeking delight here and there. We get a little hit of pleasure, a little bit of what we wanted, but it never lasts. And ironically, it just makes the thirst even stronger for the next thing. Now, after all that talk about suffering and craving, you might be feeling a little bit down. But this is the pivot. This is where the whole thing turns from a diagnosis into a message of incredible hope. Because there is a way out. And this is nirodha. This is the good news. It's the prognosis that says, hey, freedom from this endless cycle is actually possible. It's not some fairy tale. It's a real attainable state. The thirst can be quenched. I mean, what a brilliant and simple metaphor. The logic here is so powerful. You don't have to attack the fire of suffering. You don't have to fight it. You just have to stop feeding it. You take away its fuel, that craving, that tanha, and the fire of dukkha just goes out, all by itself. So if we know the diagnosis and we have a hopeful prognosis, what's the actual prescription? How do we do it? How do we stop feeding that fire? Let's get into the practical step-by-step guide. And here it is, the Noble Eightfold Path. Now, don't think of this as just a boring list of rules. It's a complete design for how to live your life. It's a training program that touches everything. How you think, what you say, what you do, even how you train your own mind. It's the instruction manual for putting out the fire. Okay, now we get to what might be the most mind-bending idea in this whole framework. It sits underneath everything else. Because to really, truly let go of craving, you first have to ask, who is it that's doing all this craving anyway? On the left is how we normally feel, right? Like there's a solid, continuous me in the driver's seat. But this path asks us to look a little closer. And when we do, what we find is what's on the right. Not a solid thing, but a rushing river of changing thoughts, feelings, and sensations. There's no permanent CEO in the head office. And that leads to this showstopper of a question. If there's no fixed, permanent me, then who exactly is this that's feeling all the suffering? The pain is obviously real, but maybe the sufferer we've imagined all our lives isn't. Just let that one sink in for a second. So this all might sound super philosophical and out there, but it all leads back to something very practical, very personal. This isn't about just believing in some ideas. It's about actually doing something. And it really comes down to these two pillars. Think of them like the two wings of a bird. You need both to fly. Mindfulness is the clear seeing. It's noticing the thoughts, the feelings, the cravings as they come and go. And compassion, that's the warm heart. That's being kind to yourself and to others as we all go through this messy human experience. This quote just ties a bow on the whole thing. Seeing that everything is impermanent isn't sad. It's the key that unlocks the door. When you truly see with wisdom that everything changes, your thoughts, your feelings, your life, you naturally stop clinging so tightly. And that letting go, that is freedom. And please let this land. This whole path is not about fixing something that's broken inside you. You are not broken. You just got caught up in a dream of a solid self and endless suffering. The invitation is so simple. Wake up. And this is the final, most empowering instruction of all. Don't look for a savior. Don't wait for someone else to give you the answer. The light you're looking for, the wisdom, the guide, it's already inside you. You are your own lamp. So we'll end here, not with a statement, but with a question for you to take with you right now. It doesn't have to be some huge, life-changing thing. Maybe it's a tiny resentment you're holding on to, a little worry about tomorrow, a small craving. What is one thing you can just let go of today?